This is the part of the review where people get mad at us and call us just children poking around in the car with as if we're kids.
Yeah.
But that's what we do.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie and Chris with Daily Motor, and I am excited because the car that's waiting for us out there is quite possibly one of the best all-around cars for sale here on the market, south of $200,000. It is really, really quite good. Chris and I have driven it before. You may have seen it. If you're actually, this car probably hasn't made it on a Daily Motor, just DM Sound and then the Topher. But it is, as you'd probably know from the thumbnail and the title text, the 2023 BMW X7 M60i. And at this point, you're probably wondering, well, why are you just standing here looking at Chris when you usually go out and look at the car?
I'm wondering that too.
Because it's raining quite hard.
That's valid. Yeah, it's pouring rain.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is we're going to exit DM HQ here and go directly into... I'm going to get in the passenger seat.
I'm
Chris is
driving.
going to get in the driver's seat. However, I was also told by the delivery driver that it may be next to a snowbank. So
It is next to a snowbank. I will have to pull it out for you.
All right.
So I'll go out first. You watch me from the door.
All right. Yeah.
And I'll pull up
come to
for
Daily
you.
Motor for.
Is the key in it?
Yes, it should be. I hope so. Oh, has the rain subsided?
No.
Oh, it is pretty over there, though. You can see. Oh, this isn't too bad. I'll come out. Chris will go speedy. Gosh, it's such a, with the life cycle impulse or the facelift in common people terms, it is odd looking. I will not say that it is beautiful. I will say that the X5 looks better, but I like how it looks. I like that it's different and it stands out. And that's what, I'll say this once I get into the car here. Ugh. I was just telling the viewers about the appearance. A flagship vehicle should stand out. And that's what this car does. I mean, this has a road presence and an appearance. I feel the same way about the new 7 Series. And I'm glad that they've made this car exactly that, a flagship vehicle.
Yeah. It's unhappy with you.
Well, at least it's very kind about it.
It is pretty kind about it. Does this have a camera? No.
I don't know why BMW hasn't gotten on board with the whole camera rear view mirror thing.
Yeah.
The interior of this car will look very familiar to any of you familiar with BMWs. It's got this sort of carbon fiber weave bit.
I drive 8. It's got the same steering wheel as everything else, same screen. Dashboard layout's pretty much the same. This is new. You should show them this. The little
I will after I get the climate control into Charlie's spec here, which may take a moment because, as you can see, this is the most overwhelming climate control on the face of the earth. So we need this to be... Well, what happened? What? Oh, darn it, Chris.
I messed it all up.
Invalidated the whole screen for me. Okay, that needs to be... We need auto...
Oh, if you feel how stiff it just got in sport mode?
Yes. Auto to be off. There we go. Fan down.
It's the loudest thing ever.
Auto off. Fan down.
I think you have to turn auto off on both sides.
I did, yes.
It's like
you probably don't want that much cold. Oh, that sounds excellent. Yeah, we don't usually get to driving this quickly in the video, but here we are.
Did you tell them that this has the S68?
I was actually just going to get to that, because now oftentimes Chris and I don't get into engine specs much, but this is a vehicle where it really does matter, and if it weren't raining like this, we would show you. And later on in this video, we will show you the typical walk around, because in theory, there will be a dry day that we can do this. But yes, BMW's S68
snappy
twin turbocharged 4.4 liter V8 motor.
Do you know what's special or important about the S68?
Is that it's developed by BMW's M division?
Yes, because S motors are always M motors. So previously this would have just had basically the same. No, it wouldn't have been B, I don't think. No, some other engine. But it would have started with an S. Potentially. I don't know, but what you need to know is that this is an S motor now, so it's proper M.
Well, that pretty much means it's S tier, because this makes 523 horsepower and 550 something or other pound-feet of torque. I think it's 553.
Why is there an ambulance from the 1970s on the side of the road?
Can't help you with that one, mate.
Oh, a couple little burbles.
Burbs. Yeah. And all you really need to know is that it's plenty fast, because I bet you it's making nearly those horsepower figures at the wheels.
Oh my God, it's so quick.
Obviously.
It's so quick. We're gonna leave that rear wiper on, actually.
Oh, we've got air suspension that I can adjust from here. I'll drop you down a little bit to lower. Oh, no, just
not available.
Not available at your current speed.
How do I give it?
You know, I like the fake noise in this car much more than I do in the inline 6 car.
Yeah, somebody was not happy with us.
About complaining about that sound in the M3?
Yes.
Well, they're wrong. It simply doesn't sound good in that car. Maybe if it were a bit quieter, it would be okay.
What kind of tires are we on? Are we on snow tires?
Yeah.
Gotta be. Oh my god. Ooh, a lot of traction control. That was flat out and it wasn't letting me go anywhere.
I believe we should have some heated side panels. Let's see, is your armrest warm? No, it's not.
The amount of messing around in this touchscreen that you've done so far is hilarious.
Well, yeah, you have to have a co-pilot to operate this vehicle. Well, you do have a nice rotary knob here. Extend my thigh support. Adjust my bolstering.
We're gonna soften up here for the rough ride section.
Smart. I will be using this vehicle for a Northern Michigan alpine ski trip.
Where are you going?
Harbor.
Ah.
And this car will be excellent for it. We are taking 4 adults and our ski gear.
Who's going with you?
Some friends of mine from church.
Oh.
Yeah. And, that took the ride so well that I hardly noticed.
I was going to say, you're not commenting.
No. Chris, feel this. No, and I'll feel mine. Warm.
I hit a pothole. Yeah, that is warm.
Mm-hmm.
Does it do it on the door panel as well?
Ah. Would you like some seat and arm heat?
Yeah, my door panel's soaking wet too, so I could, hold on, Charlie. 40.
Oh, that's your
45.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
We're probably on some pretty large wheels.
Oh, definitely. You can't have an M60i trim car without having like 22-inch wheels. Yep. Although they might be an inch smaller because it's on snow tires.
I don't know if BMW adheres to that quite as well as Mercedes does. Ooh, and we have heated and cooled cup holders, a feature that you may remember.
From the Alpina XB7.
Or from the 2006 Dodge Charger Max.
What?
Yeah,
what is a Dodge Charger Max? I've never heard of that.
I'm pretty sure that was
You mean a Malibu Max?
No. I'm pretty sure on the Charger you could get cooled cup holders. I know you could. I just think it was called like the Max.
Am I in EV mode right now?
It is a 48-volt mild hybrid, but no, I think you've got engine.
No.
Yeah, there's engine going.
I can't hear it.
It's just how refined BMW motors are.
Okay, well.
Chris and I are just gonna do circles in the parking lot here. Let's investigate the ambient light situation.
Park. It's probably quite good in this, actually. Although they've spoiled it with this stupid thing.
You don't like that?
No.
I kind of do.
It's not an M car, though.
But it is. It's got an M in it and a motor. Oh, we've got gesture control. Good. Okay. Touchpad. Where's my lighting?
Extended leather, or do X7s always have all this leather?
I can. Would you like to?
Yes.
Automate habits. Digital key.
You can't feel it idle at all.
No. Interior lighting. There we are.
$3,400 for this sound system.
Well, let's see if it's worth it.
I think you gave it S tier status.
I think it was really good, yeah.
Heated front seats and armrests.
Oh, Chris, look. Ivory, citrine, gold, lime, emerald, turquoise, pearl, azure, ocean, indigo, lavender, flamingo, papaya, coral, and rose.
A lot of choices. They usually don't give you that many anymore.
You know what it's lacking, though?
Does this not have a heated steering wheel?
Yeah, it's on. You do it through the climate control.
This is the exact same steering wheel that they put on everything. And they couldn't just... I mean, I will admit, it does look better without it.
They could have put it back here like
they could have, yeah.
did for some BMWs.
Yeah, my mom's old car had it back over here.
Has she sold her 3 Series yet?
No, we're waiting on the title because she just paid it off. So we're waiting on it for the title to come in to sell it. But if anyone would like a 2016 mother-owned 328X drive, I will have one for you. Very nice spec, blue over saddle.
Not just any mother, Lisa.
That's right.
Mother.
Very special mother.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed M stitching on this as well, on a non-M.
Yes, it's pretty much an M car.
This is, I mean, why don't they just call it the X7 M? Because then they'd have to make it dreadful. This is actually probably the best.
The better one.
Yeah.
This just like the M340 or the X3 4DI.
Yeah, right. So even if they made an X7M, this would be better.
Yeah.
This would be the one to have. And it'd have the same engine too.
Yeah.
It would just have. It
You
would
could
just
just
make
throw
like,
a tune on this one. And
have
you'd
it
be having
tuned.
700.
Well, you know why? You know why they don't make one? Because they make the XM. The XM.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
never
a
know that it's M. So you got it here, the steering wheel, stitching. It lights up on the dash. They're taking this to another level.
Mm-hmm. You like vibrating steering wheels, right? We're gonna turn it
No.
on high for you.
Well, you're driving now, so
You can get the car for the next few
I know,
days.
but you're driving next.
Okay. All right, I've gotten myself out of the menu.
This key is pretty sick, but look at how worn it is.
Well,
The actual key is piano black.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you know, this has been through journalism and test fest and everything.
That's true. A lot of people have also probably dropped
Look,
it.
they knew that we were ignorant and didn't know about the automatic start, so they put
So
this
they've
on.
put it on the key.
Mhm.
They've added it last minute because of us.
Yep.
From the factory, at least, this comes on 22-inch wheels.
Hey, you called that actually.
Style 755M. And I don't know if that's what's on it right now. That would be Charlie's job to show you guys. I don't know if it's on there. Not a lot of options on this. Well, I mean, it does. It's got 20 grand in options, but they're all packages. 5,500 of which is the paint.
Wow, $5,500 for that frozen something or other.
Frozen Marina Bay.
I think I've broken the key, but in a good way.
You broke the
There
key.
we go. Trying to
What?
see this.
Oh, you just assembled it.
Hey, Chris. This is like heavy. This is like a solid piece
Oh,
of...
it's metal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's metal.
It's either metal or very good plastic.
No, it's got to be metal.
So this part is definitely plastic, but I think that's metal.
Yeah, they probably just do that to add weight to it. Ah, did you know where this is made? I'm sure you do.
It's not Dingle thing, is it?
No. You don't know, where do you think they make this car?
Munich.
No. Wrong.
I keep forgetting. People are going to roast me in the comments, but I can't remember which German.
Where do they
vehicle
make
it's
all the X cars?
Oh, Spartanburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The engine and transmission are from Germany.
Okay.
However, final assembly is Spartanburg, South Carolina, which is funny.
Visit there someday.
They should make an electric one of these because then it would get the tax credit.
Well, yeah, you can only get the X5. Can we check out the rear accoutrement?
Yes. Here you go. How much would you have guessed this paint was extra if I would have asked you? 2 grand?
4.
4. Okay, so you would have
Frozen.
been in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh, this lights up at night too.
Yes.
Yeah, all of it does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's more in the third row too. Very cool. Oh dear. Oh. Do we have rear wheel steering? We must.
Ooh, this is not good.
I think this has rear wheel steering.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Additionally, these people over here are getting on their private jet, right? Dodge Dart, Wrangler, Ram, Silverado. They're going to think that we're on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah,
They're saying,
that's
come over
a bit
here, you've gone
terrifying.
into the wrong parking lot.
This is less than ideal.
Well, your seat's all the way back.
Yeah, but I didn't realize.
This is the accurate position. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is 5'11" driving position, and I've got
You have
this
a pillow.
I've got a pillow. You have a pillow? Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. This is to mount something. Oh, for a tray, probably for a
Tablet.
tray table
Or a tablet.
or a tablet, and you can plug it in here as well.
And you've got all your... This car has a 5-zone climate control. And I believe the X7 is one of the few cars to have third row heated
This is so you can
seats.
step on it, probably, because children do that.
Yes, they are stepping on things enthusiasts.
A lot of USB ports back here.
This slides in and out.
3 heated seat settings in the second row. Ooh, ratchets.
It's ratchet.
That's a very millennial word.
Ratchet.
I would say so. Cool design back here with the carbon, with the Bowers and Wilkins. Bowers and Wilkins always has cool speaker grills.
Yes. 2-way reading lights. You got a down one right here, and then
Can you
sort
have
of
them both? Yeah,
an
you
out. Yeah. Oh, is that no? But it's one's. Yeah, it's like a back general lighting, and then a specific.
Oh, one of them turns off though after a second.
That's because I turned it off. This one I think turns on both. Turns on everything, but then you can turn the back one
Oh,
off.
I see.
It's a bit confusing.
Okay then.
Yeah. Can we put off the third row until tomorrow, or until we wrap?
Why is it doing your side?
Well, because you did my. You could.
Oh,
Control.
I can do them both.
Yeah, so as can I.
Oh, very cool.
This
Oh,
is a
dude,
flagship
you can-
after all.
What did I just do? Oh, I did this.
This is the part of the review where people get mad at us and call us just children poking around in the car with as if they were kids.
Yeah.
But that's what we do.
Yeah.
I don't see hill descent. Oh, there it is. Good. Whew. I was worried that we might have not had hill descent control.
Yeah. We are going to be sucked into the jet. Oh no, we're getting. Oh, go quickly, Charlie! It's blowing all sorts of things.
That doesn't seem like a safe place to be doing that. What is happening?
I don't know. Like, get your car out of our parking lot.
Sheesh. I mean, there is such a thing called a run up, where you test the motors statically, but I don't know. I didn't know you do that in jets. I thought you just do that with prop planes. I was going to put us up into off-road mode, ground clearance mode, if you will, vehicle height 2. Drive around in douchebag mode a bit. Ooh, I feel that rear wheel steering.
It does feel significantly higher up.
Yeah. I bet if you looked at us from the outside, it would look a bit funny. You know what I appreciate? Real physical controls for all these things. We just got out of that Mercedes that had that annoying haptic stuff where you try to move that near and it ends up putting
Yeah,
this
and they
one
do
down.
actually still have a volume knob.
Yeah, this still has a proper volume knob, proper buttons on the steering wheel, proper window switches.
I don't care for these, and they get hot also. Feel how hot that is.
Oh yeah. Well, it's probably metal then, right?
Probably.
Hard to tell.
Why did you go to Eco Pro to do that?
So it's quiet.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
it's
quick.
Fast. Oh, I have a kind of a triangular pyramid thing going on the dash now. Or on the head-up display, I mean. It's interesting. That was 3/4 throttle.
Yeah.
It is a fast thing. However, I dare say, upon initial impression, and don't take my final word for it, we'll spend a week with it, but I think the Audi SQ7 might have been a bit rowdier.
Oh, it definitely was. It definitely was. But wouldn't the SQ7 more so compete with the X5?
Well, yeah.
Because this is bigger.
Yeah, but this is still the same like chassis and platform. So I'm talking just from a powertrain standpoint.
I see. Yeah, an SQ7 would be like an M60i, whereas an RS would be an M.
Yeah.
So that SQ7 was just like the best Audi ever.
Yeah, that was really, really
It was
good.
really quite nice. I think it lowered us back down to fault. Yeah.
Or
Driving too quickly.
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, we will be spending the rest of this very miserable looking day and week with this.
Tomorrow's actually going to be quite nice,
car.
I believe.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, hopefully it's better than this 37 degrees kind of sleet rain mixture.
Charlie's going to go F off to California for 2 days.
Yeah, I haven't had
And then
enough
he's going to
of
go
the
F
warm
off
weather.
to up north for 3 days.
Right. Chris is just going to start to feel abandoned soon.
Yeah. Well,
Fortunately, I book him nice German cars to spend the time in.
that's
so.
true, yeah.
Yep. And we will report back with useful things like fuel economy and comfort and ambient lighting impressions.
All the things people care about.
Yes. Wrapping up our week with the BMW X7. See, BMW actually watched one of our reviews and learned that it is confusing to not have that they're like, since Chris and Charlie didn't know you could remote start these, obviously it was too much, so they actually put a little remote start indicator.
That's right. They sent out a letter to all BMW owners and they said, bring your car into the dealership. We're adding a little sticker on your key.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even a sticker.
Is it like a decal?
It's really smooth. It's like painted.
It's painted out.
This is a really nice key, though. For a car that costs as much as it does, I'm glad that it's a new kind of key. It's very heavy. It's got a nice feel to it. I think we even found out that
it's metal on
this
the
part
side.
is metal. Yeah. We are about to go out, but both the X7 and myself are maligned. Yeah.
Maligned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie has been screaming all weekend or something. And the X7 has less air in one of the tires than the other 3.
Correct. I was screaming all weekend because I didn't get to take this up north. Because as we'll see as we go sit in it, and Chris tells us about his time with the vehicle,
That's right.
This would have been the ideal Northern Michigan ski car. And even driving it over today, on the slightly deflated tire, I was so sad because I thought about how great it was to drive. I mean, even just look at how well those Pirelli Scorpion winter tires would have been on there.
Ooh, ASMR. Oh, this is flat already.
It's not all the way flat. Go for it. Oh, it might be. No, it's not locked. Go ahead. Oh, I guess it is. Here you go.
I was just anticipating all the snow that was going to blow in here.
Don't worry, I already blew it in here earlier.
Oh, good.
The mild hybrid system in this is so aggressive that even when I was pulling up here to the garage at about 6 miles per hour, the whole car shut off. I was still driving forward.
Yeah, a lot of German cars will do that. Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, when you're at like 5 miles an hour, they'll just shut off and coast to a stop, which I first experienced in the Porsche Cayenne, and I did not like it.
Yeah, I know you didn't like it because then you couldn't like change lanes in LA traffic.
Well, it cuts your power steering. Well, I actually first experienced it in Tori's Cayenne in Chicago. Same sort of thing.
Same sort of deal. I kind of like it because it's almost like if you're gonna try to save fuel anyway by doing the stop start, why not maximize it? And that's what the German cars do. The Asian cars and the American cars don't do auto stop start until you come to an entire stop, put your foot on the brake, and then usually about half a second later is when you need to get going again. So it's a little bit better optimized in the German cars. But we can see we do have our tire pressure monitor alerting us that we have now 16 PSI.
What was it when you left your house earlier?
19.
Oh, okay, so it's not
I
leaking
think,
horribly.
correct.
I think they should be able to
I
make
think
it
they
back.
should be able to make it. So tell us about your time.
This thing is excellent. It was a great car to spend the week with. I look forward to driving it every single time, which is not super common for a big three-row SUV. This is probably my favorite car in this class. Not to say that what else would really compete with this? I haven't driven a GLS.
GLS is pretty good.
That's
but
like
I
the main
this better.
competitor. Yeah.
Do you remember the GLE to the X5?
Yes.
Same deal.
Same deal. Okay, yeah. So this is better, and it's fast. It's like
fast.
Bonkers fast.
Although we did point out that the SQ7's powertrain was a little bit more exciting.
Yes.
It made better pops and burbles. This being the 48 volt plus just such a butter smooth engine.
It is. Yeah. It still makes a good V8 noise, but it isn't rowdy.
You hear it.
It makes a good noise still. And this is the S68, as we mentioned earlier. About the same configuration. If you get the BMW 760i, sounds about the same. So for this to be an M60i, I feel like they could have made it a little rowdier, but I can understand why they didn't, because this is a big boat that's going to be driven probably by parents.
And if you need to do 200 miles per hour, they'll sell you the Alpina.
That's right. So this one, as indicated, 160. It's probably limited to 155. But yeah, if you want the Alpina version of the X7, they will happily sell you that. And it has also been LCI'd for this year, and you can still have it in beautiful Alpina green. So if you want a light up M badge on the dash, you have this one.
Yeah, BMW has stepped up their ambient lighting game, which you can now confirm after spending some evenings with it.
Yeah, it's still not on par with Mercedes.
Sure.
It's pretty good though. The only thing that was irritating about this car, I don't know if it's a chip issue or not, is that there's no proxy key on the rear doors.
Yeah.
Which is very disappointing for a $120,000 SUV.
I fully agree. We do assume that's probably
yeah, because I don't see why they wouldn't do that. Speaking though of chip shortages, there was earlier on last year there was a chip shortage where you could not get the Bowers and Wilkins, but I'm glad that has been sorted because the Bowers and Wilkins in this is fabulous. Not quite as good as the Volvo,
but
and
close.
If you're a BMW fanboy, I apologize. Volvo does have a better Bowers and Wilkins system, but this is pretty dang close.
And I will point out that it is possible that you can't get the 6-cylinder version with the Bowers and Wilkins right now, but they might be prioritizing
the M60.
Yep.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I appreciate so many of the cold weather aspects of this car, like the panel heating. This is heated along with the heated seat.
Yeah,
this
armrest,
is heated.
Door panel. Yeah, both armrests are heated. You've got your heated elements on here.
Although we do admit that it's a bit overwhelming to pull up
This
this
is
climate
overwhelming,
control
yeah.
screen.
So this was the most irritating part. Oh, and gesture control, of course.
If you're okay with just simply leaving everything on auto, it will handle everything for you.
Exactly, yeah.
But I don't like
that.
auto all the time.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those would be my takes. I like every single thing about this to the point where I was finding reasons to go and drive it, but the most irritating parts have to do mostly with the iDrive 8 and the no proxy key on the back doors.
dynamic range of this car truly is incredible. The fact that it's so relaxing to get in. I mean, we're talking proper flagship levels of relaxing. A lot of brands, their sedans are the flagships, and they say the SUV is the flagship, but it really does fall short.
Yeah.
Whereas this car actually does feel like a flagship. It really does feel very good. It's relaxing to drive, and then one press of the sport mode button, and it really is fun to hustle. This chassis is incredible. BMW's done a great job with the X5 and X7.
Yeah.
Even in the LCI version, no different. I actually really like the blend of minimalism but yet functionality of the cabin, because it does look crisp. I mean, I could do without the carbon fiber. I bet you with a wood, this would look so classy, really classy. And yes, while I would like some physical controls for the climate menu, you do still have some of your main ones right here: track selection, volume knob, proper shifter, and some buttons and a scroller knob down here. But other than that, it looks very clean. I really like the facelift both inside and out. You even said, I think, was it you or maybe Alyssa that said this is a very pretty car? It might have been Alyssa.
Sounds like something Alyssa would say.
Yeah. Because I was a bit worried that people would find the front ugly. But no,
I was looking at photos comparing the pre-LCI to the LCI, and this looks better. It looks a lot more. It certainly looks updated, whereas sometimes when cars get LCIs, they kind of fall behind. Yeah. This looks good.
And it's not like the X3 LCI where it's like, it's different, but like you said, not necessarily newer looking.
Exactly.
It's just different.
Yeah, this looks newer. So.
Yeah. I do have to say, with how expensive everything is getting these days, I know it might sound crazy, but $120 for this car doesn't seem that bad.
I agree.
It's such a crazy sentence to make, but when you're talking funny. This is the highest BMW in-house spec trim of their highest SUV model.
Yeah, and the M60i starts at $103.
Right.
So I mean, this one's got like 20 grand in options on it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you don't need the frozen paint. You don't need a lot of the M bits.
You do need the Bowers and Wilkins though, which is $3,400.
Not bad.
You know, so for $106,000.
Yeah, you're gonna have quite a good car. A lot of different options on there. I do get that, but considering that the same engine in the 7 Series that I wrote in earlier last week was $140,000, you're getting a much bigger car that is still very nice to be in for $20,000 less. It seems like a deal.
That new 7 Series is insane, though.
It is really impressive.
So,
I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Sorry that the wrap wasn't quite as interesting as it would be if this car and this reviewer were both properly functioning. I was really looking forward to spending a good 700 miles with this and really reporting back to you all about how wonderful it was. Instead, I had to do those 700 miles in a Honda Pilot.
With no voice.
Actually, on the way back, I guess I didn't have the voice. And that was a bit more disappointing, but only because I had this mocking me the entire time. To the point where we pulled off to get gasoline, and there was a blue X7 in the parking lot on the way up north, just as a tease. Yeah. So a lot of the people I was riding with didn't understand why I was salty about driving a $50,000 brand new Honda up north. They're like, "This is a really nice car." I'm like, "Yeah, but you guys would have heated and cooled seats back there, and I'd be getting a massage if we were in the BMW."
Oh, journalists.
Yes.
Oh, uterists.
You got, 24 mpg on our highway fuel economy test with these winter tires?
Yeah, it was actually indicating even higher on the cluster. It was indicating around 25, 26. It was inching up close to 26 on the way out. On the way back, it fell just because of elevation, wind, whatever. Yeah. But with final calculations and everything, it was around 24. EPA's 21, so it exceeded EPA by 3 mpg on snow tires.
Gotta love BMW powertrains.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on this X7, check the link in the description for our fuel economy test, our Bowers & Wilkins sound system review, and maybe I'll even put the link, if I remember to do so, to the Topher's review of this car, which will be a little bit less grovelly and a little bit more dynamic.
Yeah, he did just have this, and it's already up, so.
Yep. Yeah. And we will see you on the next one. We're Chris and Charlie with Daily Motor, and as always,
no voice on. Sick on. Charlie's choking on.
S68
on.
S68 on.